Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield 2 minutes to the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Conaway, a member of the Armed Services, Intelligence, Agriculture, and Ethics Committees.
The gentleman is recognized for 2 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, thank you, gentlelady. We have to get this right. I rise in opposition to this motion. I use that phrase. It comes from David Petraeus' testimony the last 2 days in front of the Senate Armed Services House Armed Services Committee. He tells a poignant story about a black day in Iraq when he was commander of the 101st, in which 2 helicopters collided in midair and 17 troops were killed. Really one of his darkest days. And at the emotions of all of that, and the trauma, and the fight to move forward, a young PFC came up to this 2-star general, which is pretty odd, and said, "General, I know of 17 reasons why we have to get this right." That analogy can be spread across all of the lives lost, all of the grievous injuries that we've suffered in this war over the last 10 years in Afghanistan. We have to get this right. And this motion that they have brought forward is not remotely going to get it right. Whatever your position is, this is not the right thing to do. We should not do this. These conversations have consequences. They are heard around the world. And while the other side, the folks who will vote for this, the folks who brought this forward, have a right to do this, and in their mind perhaps an obligation to do this, to have this conversation, these conversations affect the men and women in the fight. And for us to stand here over and over to tell them they can't win, that they cannot make this happen, is irresponsible on our part. David Petraeus, the man who knows more about what's going on the ground in Afghanistan today than anybody walking the face of the earth. And Mr. Speaker, in all deference to the fellows who served 20 years ago there, in whatever capacity, that was 20 years ago. Today, David Petraeus says, the strategy's correct, we've got the inputs correct, we are moving forward, and we can make this circumstances, get the end results that we want, in which there are the Afghan people in charge of Afghanistan, responsible for Afghan security. This resolution is incorrect. It will not get it right, and I strongly urge a no vote on this resolution. I yield back.